Hello, you're listening to Hugo Talk some more yet again. So Australia, there's a lot going on in Australia. Well, I suppose that depends on what way you look at it. If you are told to stay at home and you're in lockdown, well, effectively, there's not a lot going on because your freedom is being restricted. Anyhow, in Sydney, they have asked for the military to come in and help out. It says here, Australia's biggest city, Sydney, have posted large rises in cases, 200 or so a day over the last week, and authorities are warning the outbreak would get worse, as authorities sought military help to enforce a lockdown of 6 million people, poised to enter its 6th week. And Sydney have now got the army on the streets. It says here that 300 army officials have been deployed in Sydney, and also they've got a helicopter flying around overhead with a loudspeaker barking orders like stay at home. Here's some clips.
What the fuck? Oh, fuck that!
Army patrols hit the streets of Sydney on Monday to help enforce coronavirus curbs as Australia struggles to stop the Delta variant from spreading. Around 300 unarmed military personnel have been tasked with going door to door, checking that people who have tested positive are isolating at home. They're also accompanying police officers on the hunt for rule breakers, combing neighborhoods that have emerged as hotspots as the country's largest city enters its 6th week of lockdown.
So the army, 300 army officers deployed. Now I'm trying to work out the figures here and make sense of this. So basically, from what I can work out, there's about 1,000 or so positive cases, so they say, in Australia. And it seems that most of them are in New South Wales, and presumably most of them are in Sydney. And the army are going door to door to check these people who have tested positive, to check they are at home. I mean, is that feasibly possible? I mean, I would imagine that all of these people would be all over the place, different houses, different locations. So how does that work? And what happens if they don't answer the door? What are they going to do? Break it in? I don't think so. If anyone from Sydney has any info on this, let us know in the comments. Let us know what's going on over there in Australia. Also, Australia have been following a different sort of blueprint than many of the other countries, in that they are following the COVID-0 agenda, where over time they have brought in lockdowns for like just 1 or 2 people testing positive. And only a week ago, Australia had some massive, huge protests against the lockdown measures in Sydney and other locations, which were significantly bigger, larger than any before. And now, all of a sudden, we have all of this happening. The propaganda as well from the TV stations is off the charts. Check out 9 News. Just their YouTube channel is a continuous stream of panic and fear. Just look at the daily output. It is relentless. It's nearly a video per hour, and the use of the words chaos, crisis, emergency, and more are used continuously like a mantra. Now, of course, you can have chaos and you can have emergencies in the world, but they don't tend to be every hour of every day. If you are to look at the output of this channel and their thumbnails, it's just a bombardment of fear. Check it out. All of this in the space of the last 24 hours. So if we take a look here at their YouTube channel, we see, look, 5 hours ago, border bubble tightened. Victoria tightens border bubble with NSW. And then 5 hours ago, Queensland COVID-19 emergency. And then underneath that, we've got 5 hours ago as well, back to school. Here we see one of this woman here, and she's got virus balls behind her. NSW refuses to lock in return date for school, causing uncertainty in people's minds. 7 hours ago, News update, aged care crisis, Pfizer for teens, COVID-19 re-enters Sydney, aged care homes. Then 9 hours ago, we've got a breaking news, national COVID-19 update, media conference. Then we have news update, another news update, 12 hours ago, 207 NSW cases, Queensland lockdown extended. And then 13 hours ago, we see next to it, another breaking news. I mean, we've already had breaking news up there. That was 9 hours ago. We've got breaking news 13 hours ago. NSW COVID-19 update, media conference. So another media conference. Next to that, we've got 13 hours ago as well, footy chaos. Here we see some guy and he's got a virus football behind him up in the sky. We're still on the 13 hours ago. Breaking news again, another breaking news. So we had breaking news literally 13 hours ago up here. We had breaking news 9 hours ago up here. And then we've got breaking news again 13 hours ago in Victoria. COVID-19 update. 2 new local cases. And then we've got 14 hours ago. Shot at freedom. Look at this guy. Army man. Look at his face. He looks very, very serious. His mouth is open as if he's sending out an order. Shot at freedom. We've got a picture of a vaccine passport being held by somebody. Vaccine targets to end Australia's lockdowns. It's like he's shouting an order. Get that jab for freedom. Next to that, we've got yet another breaking news. How many breaking news can you have in a day? Queensland, lockdown extended, media conference 14 hours ago. Queensland, COVID crisis. That was 15 hours ago. Queensland, lockdown extension fears. News update, Queensland, lockdown, NSW vaccine targets. Then we've got actually something about a whale. So there was a break in that news output there. And then we've got more. Tide is turning. August ultimatum. Stay home. Queensland COVID crisis. Vaccination push. So as you can see, it is relentless. An hourly output of crisis emergency breaking news every hour, non-stop, and it's every day. And it creates a heightened sense of anxiety in the viewer if that viewer is consumed by it, if that viewer is buying into it. And of course, as we all know, a heightened sense of anxiety makes a person more susceptible to influence. So yeah, I just wanted to point out that relentless output of news from this one particular channel. You've got to remember, this is just one media channel. There are many other media channels in Australia doing the same thing as well. So look, if you're in Australia, especially Sydney, let us know in the comments what's going on, what's happening over there, and what is your take on what is occurring. As always, thanks for listening. Come and subscribe to the tribe at hugotalks.com, a place for like-minded souls who don't follow the herd, who don't follow the fake stream media, and don't follow the crowd.